All right, here we are live. Game 3, series tied at 1-1, 2019 World Championships semifinals. The best in the West versus the best in the East. SKT versus G2, number 1 seed Korea versus number 1 seed LEC Europe. By far, if you're outside of China, the most exciting series possible that you could imagine. This is a repeat of the MSI series, which G2 got the best out of SKT. We're tied live. 9 a.m. Sunday morning, 8 a.m. Sunday morning. We're going to rock this. First game went to G2. Game 2 went to SKT. Now we're here at Game 3. Some of the bans coming out, they're being pretty standard, not influenced by the previous games. Faker on the LeBlanc getting first blood last game. Now, this is an interesting ban here with Yasuo. Teddy played Yasuo in bottom lane here in Game 2, and then here going ahead and banning it, not wanting G2 to have it, wanting to run a little bit something else, and they were successful with it as well. They won that game. So a little bit of an unusual third ban there from SKT, but they've got to be planning something. We're going to be waiting to see what is Teddy, who is universally known as probably the most consistent player at SKT this year. Big pickup from Jin Air Green Wings coming over, their star 80 carry, and just slotted right into the SKT franchise and has been able to win them tons of games and be a real consistent force in the bot lane, while Khan and Faker carry from the solo lanes. And here we're having the famous Rise pick. You know this is going to be going for Faker. Really, over the years, whenever they have to win a game, they pick Rise, and Faker wins it for them. Most famously against OMG in the finals, just picking Faker at least 2 of those games and just hard carrying. So this is a pick that a lot of fans may be like, why didn't G2 ban this? But when you look at the bans, you're trying to take Rakan away from effort, and then the Pantheon's 100% picker ban, and Akali is just a real hard carry laner now, and so they're all some very necessary bans. So pretty interesting on that front. Probably the most standard bot lane here coming out of G2 with the Xayah and Nautilus. Nautilus going to be out of the support role. This is not Fun Plus Phoenix, where you see Doinby playing him in mid lane. No, this is the bot lane, and probably the best AD carry and the best support right now in the game, as this World Championships has shown. Flipping over, Kai'Sa, probably the second most popular and probably the second best AD carry. This is what Teddy banned Yasuo for. He wanted to play a standard pick, and there he is, picking it up. With neither a Xayah or a Kai'Sa pick, he was probably fine playing either of them, but going to be having the Kai'Sa there in the bot lane. Support still unknown. Rek'Sai being picked up over for Clid, and that's been played only a couple times in the World Championship so far, at least on the G2 side, much more standard, being played more often, a little bit more of a higher variance, where you can be building magic penetration and ability power, and be able to 100 to 0 champions inside the jungle or out on the sideline quite easily. But with the Rek'Sai, you've got that utility, you've got that tremor sense where you can see enemies within their jungle, and it's just invaluable in mid game, where you can see if there's a gank bush, you can see if they're doing Baron, you can see all this information. And really, the Koreans are the best in the world, especially SKT, at using that information and turn it into game wins. Now over to the bans. We're having Fiora first ban from G2. Then we're having the very popular Kayle banned away. And then Jax. Jax a little bit of an unusual ban, not played too much. Taking it away from Khan there. And then Clid taken out over there from Wonder. So they're a little bit of targeted bans. They're not generally meta top laners, those last two bans, but they do occasionally get picked up. Clid, especially in the LPL over in China, he's one of the most popular solo laners there. But outside of China, you rarely see Clid picked or banned. But here we are, and we have Camille now picked up for the top lane. Wonder's going to be having this aggressive pick, and to counter that, Renekton. So he's going to be able to go one-on-one with Camille quite easily with the Renekton pick. Generally, when you like to pick Camille, is if you can, you pick it against a ranged champion. You farm it out until level 6, and then you can go ahead and trap the weaker range top laner in your ultimate, and then go ahead and kill him. But with this Renekton pick, that's not going to be the case. The Renekton pick's just going to be able to go ahead and kill the Camille in a one-on-one fight. So he's going to have to be a little bit more careful about what fights they pick in top lane, because Khan with that Renekton is going to have the advantage. A little bit of an unusual pick is the Leona into Nautilus, and then against Azaya, who can use her ultimate to escape Leona's engage. So a little bit of a little bit unusual. I would have thought maybe an Alistar might have been a little bit more what they were looking for. I would really like to get behind the player's opinion on why they picked Leona in this particular situation. I just, like, for possibly wanting some more tank, yeah, okay, maybe just a reliable engage in the mid game, okay, sure. But in lane, I really don't like it in lane. And I have to see how this plays out, but these are the best teams in the world here. So there they go, some hardcore fans out there. This is in Paris, this is in Europe. One of their own, one of their teams off in the semifinals, going blow for blow with SKT. Who would have thought this would have been possible a couple years ago? Certainly not me. After years and years of disappointment from North America, I wasn't even that surprised when TL wasn't able to make it this year. But Europe's been having some really strong runs with Fnatic recently, now G2, and this has become the new norm. Having a Western hope. And I just know a lot of the European and a lot of the North American fans would just love to see G2 have a shot at the title, but really this is not an easy route. They're going to have to earn it. And here they are, just spreading out. Level 1. Game 2, there was an invade in which SKT did get first blood, did get a kill on Jankos to start the game, and really was able to keep that lead for the entire game and just snowball it from there. Especially when you're giving that kill over to Faker on an assassin. There they are, both weak side starts. Clid gonna start on the blue. Jankos on the red, not needing a leash. Both solo laners can just head over. And Camille's gonna start pushing top, so he's gonna get that early push versus Khan. We'll see who hits the level 2 first. There, because Jankos did not get a leash, it's just a little bit slower on that buff for Rek'Sai, already on that Gromp. And then there, Wonder knows he's got the minion advantage. 3 versus 2. And there's the power of Renekton. This is the 1v1 power. Why Renekton picked right into Camille. Got the counter pick. He's going to play it out. Wants to get that early lane lead. They're both hitting level 2. They're both about 50% health. Khan, just with that little bit more, healing right back up with that slice. Wonder knows he's in a little bit of trouble there. Backs right off. Looks like he's putting a ward down. Yeah, just put one in river. Just snuck it around. Jankos going red to Wolves to Gromp. There's the level 3. Looks like he's heading towards bot lane. Trying to set up this lane gank. There they have it. It's going to look really good here from Jankos. He can get into this far brush without being seen. And at level 3, tower dive from Khan. He's going right underneath the turret. And first blood. Whoa! Half a bar left. That is gameplay, folks. And then we're never going right into the bot lane. Jankos with that perfect lane gank. Right up, not being seen. Level 3, double buffs. Being able to trade that right back. But how about that top tower dive from Khan? Who does that? Level 3 under turret without even jungler pressure. Don't even dream about doing that in your own solo queue games, folks. Because that will not happen that way. I guarantee you. This is a extremely well executed play. That's why I'm freaking out about it. That just is. I see that go wrong way more times in games that I'm in than it goes right. But here we go. Wonder getting the early damage on, but Khan hasn't hit Wonder yet. There he is. Gets the stun right underneath the tower. A little bit of lifesteal. One more tower shot, and just to perfection. Half a bar left. Maybe about 50 life left. And look at this. Khan starting Cull. Again, where do you ever see a Renekton go Cull on their first back? Doesn't happen. There's the Leona. And we're going up to SKT. That has gank this time. And with a gank, wow, that's a lot easier than just doing it solo. Already 2-0 for Khan. This is a big win condition. This is a hard place for G2 to be. Very, very hard. But when you're picking Camille blind, this could happen. He's going to try to interrupt the backs. Just interrupts one of them. Khan still has 2 pots. Just wanted to go back and use that gold. Maybe build an item part or 2. Maybe upgrade the boots. We're gonna see. Goes ahead and finishes it. There you go. The 2 long swords. Damage trading back and forth in the mid. Faker doing well on that end. Just a little bit low on mana. It's going to want to go back and finish the tier. Caps going farm for farm. 3 up. When Spellbook with Cleanse. And here we're going to see the gank. The flash. The stun. The missed volley here from Wonder. The chain CC. Really when Khan flashed and hit that stun, you know that was done. It wasn't a flash, it was a slice of dice. Excuse me. So Wonders have to be very careful here. Khan will hit level 6, and that tower dive is going to get even easier at level 6. But here we have Jankos going to try to hit this cocoon. That's very important skill, and hits him right through the slice. Wow. And getting that health back, but are they going to be able to dive this under the turret? Just barely. Wonder getting 1 back. 2-1 now. Most of the action happening here on the top lane. SKT is going to take a conciliatory dragon instead. And lots going on in this game. Really, every 30 seconds you're having a play being forced somewhere on the map. Really, with this dragon pickup, you have to think that SKT really likes the position that they're in. G2 is only accepting it. Yeah, going back to what Caps picked, Spellbook on the mid laner. Gonna be able to cycle through those summoner spells, and I'm gonna be really looking forward to that teleport that you could use, that ignite. Like, these are some really big summoners that you can then use at your own leisure. There, we're having the shockwave right onto Faker, 3-manned, and really when these teams are landing the CC, there's always a kill every time. This is not like you see in solo queue with when you land a stun and then someone can flash away right after. But no, they're making sure they have enough damage to follow this through. And then here, we're going to look at this cocoon. This is a predictive cocoon, okay, right in front of Khan. Look at that. Boom. Lands it. Gets the isolation damage. And the Spiderlings there to help. Going right over to Wonder, who now has 2 kills and is not as much trouble as he was before. Picked up that kill onto Faker in the mid lane, and it's not as dire of a situation anymore. We have that first Mountain Dragon going over to SKT. We're going to see what they're going to do with it. Personally, as a jungler, I really like as that first Mountain Dragon going and getting that Rift Herald pre-14 minutes. It makes it that much easier to... Well, I end up normally soloing it, but if you have help, it makes it go down that much faster. Next Dragon's an Infernal here in 3 minutes. That's also going to provide an easier take. You get a single kill on G2, and with that Mountain, you can just get through that Dragon in about 5 seconds with enough members there. Bot lane going fairly easy. G2 just had that 1 kill onto Effort when they had that early lane gank from Yankos. Helped them get established in this lane. Here we're having 4 men in the middle. Rise ultimate going right behind the team. We're going to see if they can land the CC. Doesn't look like it. That was an extremely aggressive Zenith Blade here from Effort. If that landed, they were going to have to go. So he put it out there. I think he's kind of glad that he didn't land that. Really, you don't want to be that deep into turret range when you're a level 5 support. But, you know, they probably would have been able to make it work. Wonder trying to pick most of those up. Does get most of them, not quite all of them. Even game, 15k versus 15. Exactly even at 10 minutes as per the gold. First objective over to SKT. Rift Herald now on the map. There we're having Fast and Furious. Wonder looks like he's doing a little bit better in the trading until the abilities came out and Khan picked up that extra level. I spoke to a little bit too soon. There we're having great hook right onto Faker. Going to back right up. Mickey X not level 6 as of yet. Going to see if we can get the stun under turret. There's 4 of them here. I don't think it's going to look too good for Yankos. And there we're having Faker picking up his first kill of the game. Effort's going to decide not to dive this time, and probably a good decision there. That's twice now in the last minute or two that they've brought 4 people mid. And then look at this stat on the left. 15-1 at international events as Rise. This is the history that I was referencing, and that you're guaranteed you're going to have some G2 fanboys. If they lose this game, why didn't you ban Rise? Why? As I pointed out earlier, they had really strong bans for this meta, but you just look at that historical record and you begin to question. Here we're going to have a replay of this 4-man. It's really this flash hook from Mickey X, even before Faker could react there. And that's why you have to engage that with the flash before Faker can start moving towards his base. And really when that hook landed, that was all she wrote. Now this is G2 getting a little bit of the tempo advantage and picking up that dragon. What's it? SKT had at least a couple of backs with Clid starting the Rift Herald. So it seems like this was a little bit of a trade with both the support and AD carry Teddy and Effort heading back to base, letting G2 be able to push the wave in and then go for that dragon. But a trade of objective was taken. They could use the Rift right here and pick up at least 2 turret plates, possibly the turret as well. And yeah, then they're going to go ahead and do right that. They're going to pick up a bunch of gold for that. Look at the gold right now. It's about 1,000 up for SKT, maybe not quite 900. Look at this after this turret. So it was 900 up before. Check what it is right now. Now it's almost 2,000. About an 1,800 swing there, and the rift is still going. And all for that Infernal Dragon. I know a lot of you will say, oh, I'll take that Infernal every day, but gold's very important. Maybe that gets you an extra half item. Maybe that, you know, it puts this top tower here at 50%. They could knock this down, maybe have a path to the first inhibitor. Like, it opens up a lot of avenues, and it's not as cut and dry as, oh, it's just 1,800 versus an Infernal. No, it could be much more than that. Perks is going to trade gold here on the other side, going to pick up that last plate, but not going to be able to take down the turret before Faker gets these minions underneath. So it's going to keep the gold advantage for them. Perks looking to finish that first item here. That Essence Reaver almost done. With that push of minions and that turret plate on the bottom, he probably has enough gold for it right now. Also going cleanse. So has the escape ultimate and cleanse and lethal tempo. Just a lot of avenues to be able to move around and to be able to get out of the hard CC that SKT is bringing. And as we can see, this is really a chain. How a lot of these kills are coming about is chaining CC, doing the flash, getting some hard CC on your opponent, and then having allies there to back it up. 480 advantage here for SKT in the plates. This is pretty much where the gold lead is. They also went and got that first turret. Little flash there from Effort to get out of the way. It was just a little bit of misposition. G2 going to bring a lot of pressure in bot lane. SKT is just going to go ahead and give that right up. Going to do a little bit of dirty farming here. Just take what they can. Now with Clid here, they do have a good chance of defending this tower. It's going to be a 4-on-3 with a tower. They're going to decide to give it. Interesting. They just fully gave up that tower because they knew they had the push on top and mid, and just did not want to lose a big team fight there, in which, you know, you could possibly be going down, 3 kills at that point if G2 plays it correctly. So taking the safer route, believing that they're going to be able to have the superior team fight, the superior decision making in the later game, and not wanting to risk it on a play like that. Personally, I would have defended that, but I'm sure they knowing their own teams and knowing their opponents, they chose to let it go. And this is one of these interesting decisions that you look at this game and it's like, okay, at 15 minutes, what if? If SKT doesn't win this game, what if they try to defend that? It's one of these key pivotal. They made a team call. They had the men there. They had the full health turret, and they decided, you know what? No, it's not worth it. So, anyways, this is the type of interesting decisions throughout the game that really help show which team is the better team, which team is making the superior decisions, and that's one of them there that we're going to see if it pays off for them. So far, it looks good. They still have the gold lead. They have a mountain versus an Infernal Dragon. 10 seconds up on this next mountain. You wouldn't think that they're going to go ahead and force this. They're just positioning, trying to get vision. They have got the deep ward over past by the blue. They're going to clear out these with these sweepers. G2 has the push in mid lane here. This will give them the advantage on the dragon. There he goes. Mickey X once again with the big hook. Also following up with the ultimate onto Clid. They're not going to follow that one up. And now with Nautilus ultimate down, they're going to go ahead and start this dragon. But Khan and Wonder are going to go ahead and fight in bottom. Wonder trying to get out of here. Level 11 versus level 11. They do have both upgraded ults. Just going to chase them right down. Khan getting the early damage advantage, gets the stun, being able to dive it, and we're having... Ooh, I thought he was going to dive that. He's going to try to teleport out, and a nice... Oh, he doesn't get it. Oh, when he swoggled the vision, I thought he got out. No. Being able to turn that around is G2, bringing 2 members up, trading that for the dragon. Not a pivotal dragon at this point. I think G2 would take that. Oh, what an entertaining game. This is just a really fun game. I'm so happy to be doing this. Back casting, Exel. Took a little time off. Hey, guess what? I got married, folks. That's right. Life goes on. Where there was 1, now there's 2. Bringing the Rav family twice as much. But here, back at extremely entertaining 2019 World Championships. These are some excellent games to cast. I'm so happy to be doing this. Can't wait to be casting future games for the OESL starting November 13th, Wednesdays. Yours truly, casting the Platinum and above division. Anyone's listening, salute. Got a minute left till Baron. SKT with 2 Mountain Dragons. If G2 kicks their foot off the pedal for 1 second, if they give them anything with these 2 Mountain Dragon, SKT is going to be able to take a Baron. They're going to be able to take an inhibitor. They're going to push it right down their throats, and that's what these 2 mountains allow you to do. When you get that advantage and you push it, you can really push it and open up the game wide open. G2 with that single Infernal will make it so that they do have a chance at these team fights. They get that little bit of damage advantage that's going to scale throughout the entire game. And that these pivotal team fights that are about to come up, that's going to set up this Baron, that's going to set up this mid game, they have the damage to be able to do it. Still pushing this mid lane. You're going to take that tempo, going to move it elsewhere. Support's going to back. Going to rotate down towards bottom, and the Scuttle's going to be coming up shortly, but Perks is going to go down and get that bottom wave. Just a little bit behind his counterpart in Teddy, who's farming extremely well. 218 farm, less than 21 minutes. A lot of people calling Perks the best Xayah in the world. Raz reluctantly agreeing despite his love for Uzi. There you're seeing Caps putting his ball into the bush, just getting vision to see if there's a trap there. SKT does have a control ward. That's all they're doing, clearing it out. Want to make a safe pathway to the Baron with 2 more control wards. Lay past the one they've already killed. This is the vision control from SKT. And here they go, they're starting it at 21 minutes. We're having Camille here on the bot lane. She's going to start to rotate up, but then she's going to go right back. Already at half health, barely putting any advantage. There they go. G2 sees it. It's 2,900 health. There's the fight going to be starting. Mickey S getting the control onto the Leona. 3. Oh, so close. Mickey almost going down. The kill going over for G2. They're going to delay this Baron take. SKT putting the pressure on. Just the support effort. Just not having the tankiness yet to be able to tank that Baron for a long enough amount of time. Just gets down to half health. Mickey seeing his opportunity going right on. This is the time when you want to go on the support, folks. He's got half health, taking Baron damage. You get the kill immediately on the support, and immediately you're at a numbers advantage. That's when you go for the support. And they make the call to turn off. Clid also at 3/4 health. Baron still doing damage. But here we're having the fight. Faker onto Wonder. Going to be trying to finish this off. Going for the warp. Being able to get the damage. Camille. Very close. but the excellent collapse from SKT. And now this is trouble time for G2. They just lost 2 members. SKT has the Mountain Dragons. Faker gonna see the vision on there. Jankos does not know he's there, and he's gonna be getting it. Flash away. Faker's trying to chase. Just out of range, just barely not able to get it, but knocking down Jankos down to about 45% health. Jankos was going to be a lot of trouble to try to defend this, and it really looks like a free Baron. This is exactly what it was. It's a small 2-kill lead for SKT, immediately Baron. No question, no chance, and they get a conciliatory dragon over on G2, but really, that's small potatoes. Gold still very close. 2 dragons apiece. We're going to see what SKT does with this Baron. This is where it all starts. Hitting those Qs and Es, you know that the damage wasn't in Faker's lead there. Here, Effort going to follow up with the CC directly onto the TPing member. 4v2 now. There's only one way that was going to happen. Faker starting off that play. Damage, Realm Warp, damage. Team follows up. There's Baron. Now, for G2's advantage, they do have this mid turret. This Orianna has been able to keep this mid turret very healthy. So they do have this point of control. It will probably end up going down under this Baron take. But what that means is that there probably will not be an inhibitor going over for SKT. Magic damage going down into Effort, just chaining that. Effort just taking all kinds of damage, going down first, and then Khan. This is a bad situation for SKT. G2's coming right back into the action. 2 for 1 coming up back. Clid going down, but we're having Caps also right in the heat of the action going down, but G2 picking right away. We're having a 2 for 4 here for G2. Most of the Barons down, only Faker with Baron left, and they're right back in this game. This is anyone's game. They're switching right back up to top lane. Wonder's going to be able to get this push right to turret. He's going to probably get this turret down unless a TP is able to come and stop him. But a much needed reset, taking out the Baron, and this game is far from over. We could be seeing a long one here. There's still lots of turrets up. It's 25 minutes in, and here, this is actually all Caps. Caps starting it, Cocoon following up onto Effort, following up with the ultimates. Khan just really deep at that point, already half health. Picking up that kill on Khan really guaranteed them this team fight win. Juggling the aggro with the bush. Faker realizing this was a lost cause, just going to back right up. Was not in that fight, as you can see by those damage numbers. And then look at those Caps. That was all him to start, followed up by the Jankos Cocoon. Caps coming up really big on this control mage. Not just control and putting the damage down too. Going for that Morello as a 3rd item. Already lots of magic penetration. That Luden's for the flat AP. Still has that first mid lane turret up. Excellent game from Caps. What I have to say is a pretty close second is Mickey X. This Nautilus has been doing quite a bit. Go back and watch this game. Look at all those dredge lines. Look at all those ults. He's there at the right time. He's setting up the kills. He's tanking when he needs to. 2, 1, and 4. Picks up his Zeke's convergence. This is a great time to be a support. You pick up your first full item. You've got your wards. You've got your scanner. Your 80 carry hasn't died yet. You've already got 6 kill participation out of your team's 9. You're laughing. Excellent job by Mickey X. I can't wait to see him in the rest of this series. Perks doing what he needs to do. Being safe. Doing damage. Kind of disappointing they lost both their bottom turrets there, but second one was on Baron, so you know, not really their fault on that one. Caps at level 14, roaming around. Faker at level 16. Look how big that he is compared to Caps. Wonder does have the level 16 as well. Going to go onto the damage on the Con. This time he gets the damage advantage. Going to be knocking this down. This is G2 going hard for the first inhibitor. Deciding not to push that. They could have decided to fight there. They could have decided to try to get that inhib. But both teams taking the more cautious approach. Less aggressive, more cautious. There you go. They know this game's in 4. This is a game 3. This is when series are decided. 1-1, 1 game apiece. G2 winning that first game, SKT winning the second. Now, dead even. I will make the call. Dead even on this third game. Baron coming up. 35 seconds. G2's going to look for a hard reset here. Couple them backing. Going for a full team reset. They're going to be picking up lots of control wards here. Let's see who picks them up. 6. Yeah, there you go. 6 picked up for G2. Stopwatch picked up from Wonder. This is what they're going to be going to battle with right here. Got 2.5 items for Wonder in the top lane. 2 full items here from Yankos. Caps still doesn't have his 3rd item finished. But here, Wonder, oh, they decide not to go on him. I thought for sure they would have. Wonder was face checking that bush. 2 members of SKT were right there, but his team was right behind him. So SKT choosing not to take that fight, and it really probably saved them there. Both teams realizing this next fight could be the game decider. We have Yankos with this quick movement here in the river. They do have the Infernal. They do have the Cloud Dragon. Lots of damage onto Perks. He's half health right now. Not how you want to be starting this team fight. They're going to let him heal up. With those support charges, with that lifesteal, being able to heal up to 90%. SKT now controls division. They're going to go ahead and start it with their 2 mountains. This did not end well for them last time. Effort, once again, a little bit low. Here they go, G2 going right into the pit. It looks like SKT wants to finish it off. They pick it up, but they're going to have the team fight. Caps almost down. He's going to be almost going down. Then Effort, he's the one that's next. Caps going to keep running away from this fight. SKT, it's 4 for 2. They really need to be running out of here. Khan deciding to back away from Faker. Faker, last one left. He's still got Baron. And a team fight win from G2, but the Baron does go over to SKT. Who gets the advantage in this one? We're going to have to see. Really depends what G2 is going to be able to pick up. If it's just a mid turret, that's okay. But if that's all there is, if SKT can rally around this Faker Baron, we're going to see if that's going to end up to mean more. Even these fans, look at these fans' faces. They don't know. Is that good? Is that bad? We're going to find out. They just want to win. Edge of my seat here. I can't. I want to see this fight again. Really, there was a lot going on there. The early damage from Caps, sending it right into damage onto Clid and Effort. Mickey X trying to get the damage onto Faker. Not quite getting as much as he wanted, but already the Baron goes down. This is how quickly they're taking it. Caps almost goes out, flashes. I thought for sure he was going to die, but gets out just in time to make sure that his team has the overwhelming lead on this team fight. Khan sacrificing himself to get the kill over. And then here we have the Baroned up SKT. Gold exactly back to even, but they still have about 1 minute and 30 seconds left on this Baron. It's on Faker, so pay attention to the rise. Does have a full 4 items. Not sure if anyone else in the game has 4 items yet. That would be Teddy. He has 4, but that's about it. Okay, Perks does as well. Okay. Foot and mouth. Only a few people have it. 2 of them are on SKT. 1 of them on G2. But Faker is strong. That's the point I'm getting at. He's going to go and split push here on the side. Really smart call here with the with the Rise, you can go ahead and use your ult to get away with if the team collapses on you. G2 might look to try to force this, but this is the fight for SKT. They keep targeting Effort, who goes down already. Hook onto Faker. He's already in the back line. Goes ahead and uses the Hourglass. Already down to half health. Faker's down. He's down. G2, are they going to be able to do it? The inhibitor's almost down. It's a 3 for 2. This is going to be a chance to win the game. It's a 3-on-1. Did they do it? They need the minion wave to be coming up. Death clocks. 25 seconds here on Effort. That's really only who Teddy's going to have. They're going to go ahead and take out this second inhibitor, but if they can switch back to this mid lane, they're going to put pressure onto these turrets. Do they try to go for this win? We're going to see how aggressive they are. Wonder diving right in, getting Teddy down to 10% health. They're going to be having the support coming soon, but it might not be enough. This is G2 being able to take it. Wow, almost down. So close to be going down. There's only the support there. It looks like it's going to be headed over. G2 with a nail biter. 2 Baron fights for the ages. Being careful where they need to be, but then shoving it down SKT's throat down at the end. Oh, a big sigh of relief. Oh, these fans are... Oh, they know how close that was. They know how close that one. They're excited now, but they know this series is not even close to being over. Wow. There's so many replays that we could look back to. But just seeing in the big fights, Effort being targeted, going down to half health, and that seems to be the go button for G2. You see a half health member, you go. You see their jungler, Clid, at 3/4 health. Even in that last Baron fight, he was probably about 60% health after Caps does some damage, as well as the Baron back on towards him. And then they go for it. SKT making the decision to go ahead and knock the Baron down. They do secure it with the smite, but only getting one member out. Really, Chad here is super excited. It looks like he's going to be wanting to look at a play here. Let's see what they bring up. Looks like they just want to talk a little bit, but we're going to go ahead and call that. This is Game 3 in the books. G2 over SKT, taking the series 2-1. Exel 2019 League of Legends World Championships semifinals. G2 for SKT. We're going to see some more. Can't wait.